Hi guys, I'm Garen.
I'm JD.
And this is Investigating Comic Club, where we chronologically read, review, discuss, and rate specific crucial stories of the medium.
Indeed, and we hope that you guys will subscribe to become Misfit members of Comic Club yourselves. Stick around till after our conversation for our episodic comic quality poll. Share your opinions of the stories in the comments below, and after our Misfit Picture Show's logo, there may be some bloopers if the episode provides them. Today we are doing X-Force issue 3 by Percy and Cassara. Mr. Garen, I thought that cover with Jean Grey was pretty sexy. Was that the only cover for this issue?
I think so.
Okay. By Dustin Weaver. Dustin Weaver, who I mentioned the last cover as well. I enjoy his work. I'm sure that he and Hickman, collaborators, are probably working on something secret. He takes a little longer to draw the issues.
Oh, God, yeah.
So I bet that they have something up their sleeve that will come halfway through this Dawn of X thing. He'll do some specific special story in the future.
Yeah, that is it's a cool cover that doesn't give much away, but still gives, especially for what the issue holds, but it's still intriguing, especially if you just open up, see that, and then read the issue and you go, oh, wait, what?
Yeah, it's attractive. It's bold.
Yep.
And then we switch into a very bleak and dark dissection, really, of Domino. And the parental advisory.
Yep, parental advisory
right there.
Again. Yep.
While it's painful, this is kind of what I was talking about in our Marauders issue 3 video, which actually will come out after this, but I was saying how that issue was an entire issue devoted to something that Claremont may have taken care of in 2 to 3 page interludes, focusing on the villains. This is like a couple pages of like real villainous kind of thing, and then boom, you're in with the mutants proper.
Yep. Yeah, it was grim. It was especially that page, and then zooming in on the panels and everything. I'm like, yep. I even right away looked at it, jumped right back to the cover and said, yep, parental advisory.
I did the same thing. It's exquisite, though.
Oh, it's...
The art and the colors, it's gorgeous, but boy, it was actually painful to read.
Reading up until we jump to Krakoa again, the art and the style and the gruesomeness of it reminded me of Spawn.
Okay. Yeah.
Like that style. And so I like just reading that and seeing, I'm like, oh, this is great. Like I'm just like panel to panel, pulling back and seeing the full page.
Yeah, it puts you in, we're talking about different flavors for different series within this Dawn of X world. This one has its own flavor. You feel it belongs more in the shadows.
Yeah.
I loved Logan and Kid Omega's discussion about humans and the worst of humanity, and Logan countering what he says by, Chuck knows the worst of humanity.
Yeah,
He's seen it, and he knows what they're capable of, just like the worst of mutants.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm really enjoying Logan's point of view. It's refreshing, again, like I said in the last video of X-Force, because I think so far we're getting a lot... And we should be, the mutant's perspective. We're staying with the mutants. But it's nice to have one mutant that's reminding us that, mutants are just as bad as humans, though. It's the same.
Yeah, and I enjoyed, just even the gruesomeness of Domino and when Logan's looking at her.
It broke my heart.
Yeah, you're just looking at her.
She is one of my favorite characters.
Like, oh my God.
And to see Domino in particular, because she's a very capable character, very strong, and works on her own very often in the series. You've read enough about her to know that. To see her so vulnerable and beaten.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah. No,
it's
it is.
very, very
It's
effective.
Awful.
And I think, regardless if you know the character or not, it would still be, I think, painful. Like as in issue 3.
No, issue 3, you see that she was sent in. You didn't get a lot of her, but you still, this random character got sent in and then gets captured and now is getting skin grafted, and they find her at the end of issue 2. Now issue 3, you see this and she's just there weak. Like it's still not having any feeling is not humane, I guess. I don't know. It's
you're right.
You're gonna have feeling for this, especially how the art is done. Whereas you see Logan holding her, like it's well done.
The reveal of that big creature coming at them.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's got all the emotions.
Yeah.
It is like rapid fire. What's going to happen next? Oh, we're going back to this. And you are intrigued to see what's going to happen with Beast and Jean.
Yeah.
But you want to get back to that other, like,
No,
there's all these stories going on.
We're like, wait, what? We're jumping out? I don't want to know. I don't want to leave. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Oh, but then again, oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, cool. We're going to see an actual resurrection. Oh, cool. You know, like, this is it.
It's
happening,
it's cool.
You know?
Like, okay, the first scene, it's the bad guys. They're dissecting her. Oh my God, you don't want to see anymore. You can't look away. Then it's them escaping. Then it switches away. You don't want it to. Then you're in with Jean and the Beast. And it's cool. So I'm a little baffled that they kept Xavier's face hidden for so long with Cerebro. And now we're seeing it here in the egg. And when he was assassinated with the helmet off, there his face was. Felt like there maybe was a little bit anticlimactic.
Yeah, because there's no real reveal. Like, there's no reveal.
There was no, like, reason at the moment that we know why he was never without the mask.
There's so many ideas, too, you know, that people had. And theories. Now it's just, theories are just like, oh, it really is just a helmet.
Right.
Or, like, it is just, that's...
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. It's
it's possible.
Yeah, we don't still, but I mean, all the way back to where we were expecting, like, oh, it's going to come off and you're going to have, like, Sinister's diamond thing up there, you know, like
right. Theorizing, we were having fun in the comments about that. Not so much, but another thing about that, you know, at the moment, anticlimactic. There was no reveal. Probably going to come around again though, but that might be being saved for something Hickman has up his sleeve. I enjoy and I appreciate that Sage says later on that they have 1,000 questions about how they infiltrated Krakoa. So that their infiltration is ongoing. You know, we were talking about like that wasn't good enough, like the reasoning behind how they did it. That investigation is ongoing, which I appreciate. I feel like there's still more information.
Yeah. I like the quote, "Death or fear of it makes them selfish and doesn't encourage generosity." Like that was, I mean, it's great for even this story and how she's talking about death and everything. But I mean, that's a great quote in general.
It just makes you ponder.
Yeah. He's
a good writer. This is the first thing I'm reading with him. Third issue in, he's an excellent storyteller. Yeah, that's a larger question, the argument, or not the argument, but the discussion between Jean and Beast. That is something, you spend hours talking about.
Those 2 pages.
And I think that it's great that these questions are all the questions that the readers have. Again, he's even more than Hickman in X-Men is addressing the question set up in House of X and Powers of X.
I mean, I enjoyed those 2 pages of even Jean giving us the whole, like, back when she, kind of a glimpse into her past, but just enough to give it, and then with the art and showing us the resurrection and like the eyes opening up and then the face coming through. It's like then the hand breaking, it's just, and then jumps right back into
the chase scene. Yeah, it's superior work. It's superior work.
And for Domino to be like, you gotta break it,
Yeah, so her collar, which was stopping her power, was actually affecting Quentin as well.
Yeah.
There was like...
It was just a power... It was just that...
Inhibitor.
Yeah, inhibitor for... It had a range.
Exactly. And I guess I'm familiar with Quentin Quire. I read his first appearances during Grant Morrison's run. It's been so long, though, that I didn't know his powers. But within those pages, telekinesis, telepathy. Like, with his mind, he's capable of a lot.
Yeah. Like, did he create that thing from his mind then?
Yeah, for me, and I'm in the kind of same boat as you, I got the idea that was a manifestation of what his mind
was shooting at.
Did.
Yeah.
Just how he kind of visualized it and executed it.
Yeah. If you can dream it, you can be it.
I appreciated that Sage was voicing the concerns about the infiltration, but why the hell would they leave the one live assassin
The one alive,
alone
yeah.
for a moment.
Well, here's the thing too: is like they leave it even for a moment. Why would you do that? Do, and then it goes. What the heck? Who killed him? Like, looking at this, I had to double take. I'm like, whose hand is that?
Well, exactly. We don't know. That's a secret.
It's a secret, but then it's weird because
He's in shadow.
he's in the shadow, but it comes out as a hand. You know what I took it as at first? I took it as Krakoa morphed into a hand and put its hand over the guy's mouth and killed him because of the shadows and how it's drawn and everything. Looks like it's part of a tree trunk. And comes like that's where my head initially went, but I'm like but because we're all so skeptical about Krakoa now,
Garen,
where I'm like,
you could absolutely.
like,
that did not occur to me. I was like, wait, damn! I wish that tree wasn't in the way, but you could be right.
And then, because I even had to go back between the two pages and be like, okay, I've missed things before. Is there something in this panel when they're standing there in the background? What am I not seeing? You know, like, okay.
Well, we've established that Krakoa can create different substances. You know, it's created different structures.
Yeah. And then you
dominoes.
And then you kind of see this, the shadow, though, of a person.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just.
Is that person bald? Is that Professor
That's why I said, I was like, yeah. No, I'm like, what's going on here? And you even see people in the background when they're standing there and that are about to leave him alone. You see people in the background.
Correct. Which, again, it could be Krakoa, so they wouldn't notice what was happening. Krakoa would be aware of how, like, everything with that
movement,
person.
Yeah.
Or it could be Charles, and whoever the assassin is that kills this assassin, somebody that they would trust wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't look twice.
Yeah. That was the 1-2 pages where I'm like the most intrigued, but at the same was like, but why did you leave him alone?
Yeah. I give him credit enough that by issue 6, I have a feeling all of these little, like, come on, how could they infiltrate? Come on, why did they leave him alone? Little moments where it's like, oh, okay. At the time, this felt like a bit of plot holes.
Yeah.
Weak writing, convenient writing, but I think he's smarter than that.
Yeah.
I appreciate the tech page furthered the story. Like, there was actual plot in that tech page, but I wish I knew who was writing it.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wish there was a character, maybe that's like Black Tom.
Yeah.
Updating the system. Somebody's journal. Something. Like Sage or something like that.
Yeah.
I like the tech pages when they're working right. It's working right because I feel like it's worth reading.
Yeah.
But it would have been better if it was from somebody's perspective.
Yeah. Black Tom gets kind of angry and is just like, Magneto, you handle this. Don't make me have to get involved. And then right when Magneto's like, I don't know what answers I should give the reporters. Here he comes to save the day. I can speak for myself.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about that. I'm just reading and enjoying this comic.
I was enjoying it, and it wasn't like and again, it's not one of those like, oh, it's a big reveal. Oh my gosh, again, no, we knew he was being resurrected. It was almost to where when he showed up, it's like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Like that's we knew before, you know, it's exactly the time for him to show up. It's like, cool. When I turn this page, he'll be there. The sword I kind of like. I think that's cool.
I think it's super
so
cool.
Like, and then even that, I think a man at war cannot be a man at peace. Is that a quote from something? I feel like somebody who's said that. But it even makes. I love how he used it in here for that. Just having that sword above his mantle, kind of thing, being like it's a reminder.
Yeah.
And the fact that Magneto turned it into a sword.
That sword.
You know,
it's super, super cool and sophisticated.
Yeah.
You know, again, this dialogue and back to forth, that tech page furthered the plot, character beats, character moments.
And I like how Cerebro's still somewhat alive, even from the little bit of it being shattered.
How do you mean?
Every now and then the sword would wink and glimmer with light or hum with the data still coursing through it.
Yeah, that's a good thing to take note of.
It's not able to be used to its fullest, but there's still...
It's almost a personality unto itself.
Yeah. Which then I feel which would be cool later on down the road where it comes into play.
That's history.
Yeah, that's history.
Yeah,
like
that's
that
cool.
becomes Excalibur, you know, in a sense where it's just like this helmet that happened, this is this, and then it's like, oh, we don't have anything. Everything's been lost. Well, we still got this sword that we had Magneto happened to bring and create into a sword.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. It's almost like mythic when it shows up again, and I'm sure it will show up again. As you're saying.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea. This Quentin helping her out, Domino out, and taking out her pain, or dulling her pain. It's a beautiful sequence.
Oh, it's so good.
That eye shot of her, there is so much texture and beauty there with the colors.
No, I love the darkness, but still the brightness. It's like the contrast was great because with those three and those scenes, it takes back from you're the bright colors of Krakoa or the bright colors of Manhattan, and then you have this darkness, but the brightness of them three, and the contrast is great with just bringing out the mood of it all, and you're able to it still brightens everything up.
Yeah, I think that you're right. Yeah, I think something that you're tapping into there, like this comic, I think it's darker than what you usually are drawn to, and more graphic.
Yeah,
But the colors, even though we're there in the shadows and in the mud, the colors almost they give it a light. So even though as dark as it gets, it's still a pleasure. To read.
Yeah.
There's still beauty happening. Like he's peeling her skin off. And that specific panel, we don't want to see that too much, especially with a beloved character. But the comic as a whole, God, there's darkness happening here, but it's not a drudge. It's not a drag to read. It's exciting. Here we are behind a waterfall.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool.
Which is even cool. It is that even like, what are we, just behind a waterfall so that, hide our voices for nothing, It is that cool, like, this is even hidden from the people who it shouldn't be hidden. Like, this isn't the council.
Right.
This is like the hidden.
Right. This is the Black Ops of Krakoa.
Yeah.
And
then for him to finally even say, my X-Men.
Yeah.
Or my X-Force.
My X-Force.
Yeah, when he finally says my X-Force.
Yeah, we saw this group together on the cover of issue 1. Colossus, I believe, is the only person missing. In 3 issues, we were talking about Marauders. 3 issues into X-Force here, what we've done, creating the origin and mission statement of X-Force. So cool. When it gets to the end of that scene, we know what X-Force is about. We know what their purpose is, what their immediate mission is, and I'm utterly on their side and can't wait to see what happens next. Yeah, so Black Tom and Colossus are the only ones missing there. I like Krakoa. Again, it's Krakoa infiltrating himself onto everything, but him providing the healing for Domino's arm and leg. Is it her eye as well?
Is it her? Oh, yeah. See, these are things you don't even notice when you look far out, but that is awesome.
Also,
it is her eye. It's her whole face. It's all the way up into that.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
So is Domino kind of a walking time bomb, either one, with Krakoa, or 2, these shadowy Black Ops people, humans, I don't think they wouldn't have a backup plan. Is there a little time bomb in her, literally?
Yeah,
they've plugged in there?
They took her skin and infiltrated Krakoa. You're telling me they didn't implant anything into her for a failsafe?
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And again, then it jumps right back to them, this whole...
The peacock.
The peacock and them talking and them, this whole council leaves it with that being like, yep, we will not stand. And now you see these two forces, of... Kind of, they have their bad guys.
Battling forces.
Yeah, these 2 battling forces.
You're totally right. And in 3 issues, we have both of those set up. Marauders appeared in issue 1 as like they brought Colossus back and stuff like that. Regardless if you had read Marauders issue 1 or not, that guest appearance would have worked.
Yeah. Yep.
You didn't need to read Marauders issue 1. Contained with these 3 issues, they've set up this series as one to watch. Yeah. As kind of the one to watch. Yeah. More than X-Men.
Yeah.
I'm completely impressed by this. I give it an A.
Yeah. This is back-to-back weeks for A for this one. Like, give it an A.
Do you feel like I feel like I know Kid Omega? I feel like I know Wolverine. I feel like I care about Domino. Sage is interesting. Beast, Jean Grey.
Yeah. No, it's...
the stakes feel high, even though...
Stakes feel high.
Chuck was assassinated in the issue 1, and he was Brack in issue 3.
Yeah.
I still feel like things are being addressed in a way that it's working. It's firing on all cylinders for me.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Comic quality poll, A, B, C, D, or F? Let us know. And it's comments below and conversate.
Conversate. Thank you, guys.
To be continued.
Hold on one second.
Just fucking planes. You're gonna cut back, and my drink's gonna be
nice. Easter eggs. Easter eggs.
Push record. I didn't think I was gonna get back here, and I was like, "Oh, well, that works."
I love it. You hadn't even sat down when you said that.
I know. I was like,
comfortable. I haven't said I
haven't even. Oh, get up. There you go. Could have easily just was like, "Oh, that works." No, get your ass up. I push record. I'll clap.
That's pretty great. He's nicer than I am.